Welcome to episode 23 of the Prosperity on Air podcast. With today's episode, I'm starting a series of interviews with amazing women who will be speakers at an event that you shouldn't miss. That is the Women Who Dare to Desire conference taking place in London on January 31st, 2020, organized by an amazing coach and friend, Deborah Luzzi. And we will start today this series of interviews with Anita Smith. Anita is a wealth with heart coach. After having her two children, she decided that it was time to go for her dreams. She had a very high-level corporate job. She had a house, she had a husband, children, pretty clothes, holidays. And unfortunately, she discovered that all these things that she had always desired were no longer fulfilling her soul. So she knew that if she didn't go for her dreams, she would live with regrets until it would be too late to do anything about them. So she packed her family and moved 1,200 miles away from UK to her dream destination that was her home country. Today, she helps women from all over the world to build the courage which is needed to go for their dreams so that they can live the life that they really want. So with an OBS but always loving approach, she supports her clients through life-changing mindset work and help them implement a plan that feels good for them so that they can really reach their dreams. And Anita has a mission, and this mission is to make sure that nobody lets their dream die. We are speaking about many things in this interview. We really go deep into topics such as discovering what your real passion is, the importance of being clear on what you want and how to get this clarity, getting in touch with your intuition that really connects you with your passions and your desires, how to understand when it is your intuition speaking to you and when it is your mind, and overcoming the two most important fears and blocks that sometimes prevent many women from going after their dreams, and much more. So without further ado, let's start this interview with Anita Smith. Anita, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you for inviting me to be here with you today.
Okay, so as you know, I have already briefly introduced you to my audience, but I would like you to tell something about yourself and what you do and who you work with. So you have the floor.
Thank you. So I'm Anita Smith, and I was born and raised in Hungary. Then in 2005, I moved to the UK, and 13 years later, I am back to where my heart belongs, back to Hungary. And I am the Wealth with Heart coach. So I work with women who have the tangible results, who have the wealth, but they don't live it from the heart, with heart. So they have the cars, they have the holidays, the house, the career or the business, but what they're lacking is the emotions, to feel it in their heart and to They're not their happiest self, but they want to be. They have dreams, but they are not following their own dreams. They're following other people's dreams. So I help women to build that courage up, to find that power within them that will say, you know what, enough. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm going after what I want to do. So I help them throughout the process, since they make the decision to get brave, to become brave, to drop the people pleasing, to build their confidence, to say yes to themselves but no to others. And we create a plan and we make those dreams come true, whether it is to move countries, leave husbands, stay with husbands, buy their favorite ever car, sell their house and go off traveling in a camper van with 3 children and 2 dogs. Whatever it is that they dream about, we go and make it happen.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So many of us, women especially, forget about their dreams.
Yes.
They're very, very common. And we always put other people and their dreams and their needs first. So what is the most common reason for women to give up on their dreams?
It's self-doubt that says, can I actually do it? And what if I upset people? So these two, the doubt and what if I upset people, these 2 factors are playing a big part in them not taking actions. And it breaks my heart, because if I truly believe that if you can dream it, you can achieve it. Because once you dream about something, once you feel it in your heart and soul and see it in your mind's eyes, that dream is meant for you exactly the way you imagine it. And the universe is not so cruel that it will give you these dreams if it didn't give you the house and the reason to do it. So doubt and upsetting people they are quite harsh, to be honest. And but once we work through them, they really sort of don't care anymore. They just go for what they want.
How do you help them, go after their dreams?
Well, we look at what it is that they want, because some women don't even know what they want. So some women say, I don't know, I have everything, but I just still feel that there is something more inside. So we get clarity on what it is they want. And once they find out what they want, that how to do it. And I am there. The most important thing is I am there when they have a bad day, when their partner or husband said, oh, seriously, you think you can do that? And that's when I'm there. They can reach out and say, oh my God, what do I do with this now? And then we overcome the obstacles along the way. Sometimes they say, I don't have time, I don't have energy, nobody's supporting me. So we overcome all these obstacles through some tools and tricks I have that they can just pull out of their pockets whenever they need it. And then they become stronger and stronger. And once they are strong enough, of course, you still need a bit of help as you go along. But once they are strong enough, I let their hands go and then just check in with them sometimes. But they go off and beautifully live their dreams.
What led you to, helping women achieve their dreams?
Well, that's a story. So I lost my father when he was 52 in 2015. And within 3 months, I was moving house. I lost my father and I gave birth to my little girl. And my dad always had big dreams. He was meant to be wealthy. I mean, his 5 best friends were millionaires. And he was driving a very old, but it was a Mercedes. It was a status car for him. So I knew that he told me that he wanted to start a logistics company because he was a lorry driver, a truck driver. And he wanted to have his own lorries so other people would drive his trucks. But he was too scared. And even like weeks from his death, he sat me down at the dinner table and said, how do I do this? What do I do? And back then, with that mindset, I didn't know. So he died with his dreams in his heart. And as a survival mechanism kicked in, I couldn't understand why he had to die at the age of 52. So I started searching for answers. And all I could understand was he was part of my life and then left, so I would understand that if I didn't go for my dreams, and I'm going to do my best. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I've said this story so many times, but sometimes it still hits you.
Yeah. I understand totally. Yeah.
So if I didn't go for my dreams, I would be on that hospital bed weighing 30 kilos and regretting for not doing everything I could. Yeah. And I cannot let, especially women, but everybody, let them fall for their fears, for the doubts, the obstacles, the excuses, and not do everything they can to live their dreams. Because what is the point then? What's the point of just existing here? What is the point? There's no, well, may as well just dig a hole and go there now. Dig a hole, I mean. So we've got to do it. We've got to find that purpose that will make us feel fulfilled, happy, feel free, because that's all we want, to feel our most self, the happiest self, and the freest self. So that's how I started. And then when I made the decision, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to help women. I still didn't know who I was. I didn't know what to call myself until I figured out that, I was being prepared to become a coach. So now I'm grateful for that, for showing me and sending me ideas and inspiring me to be here and help those women. So.
Often, our dreams, our passions are buried somewhere inside us. Yes. Because, we made choices based on very logical and rational reasoning and criteria, or based on the needs of the moment. So how can a person, how do you help your clients, other women, to really get in touch with that intuition that then connects them with their passions, with their desires, with their purpose?
Yes.
What do you do to help them?
That's a very good question. I like that. So I've been meditating on and off since I was very little, because my mother wouldn't call it meditation. She would just call it listening to some tapes. I now know that was meditation. And so from a very early stage, I knew that there was something else, something where I can feel how I want to feel. So I teach my clients many different forms of meditation, depending on what they need. I practice and know a lot of types of meditation. So I will walk them through these meditations, and I teach them to listen as well, because we don't listen enough. We are always, we are most of the time in our head, and we think that that's the true thing, what our head says. But once my very first coach told me that I have a brain, but I am not my brain. So it really just sparked, what would you look like? A light bulb went off in my head, thinking, okay, so that's not what I need to listen to. That's why I've been meditating. That's why I've been sent these ideas. I need to get into my heart and feel into that space more, because that space never lies. So you can do this. I teach it, like I said, through meditation, and free writing is another really good way to do this, to let our intuition or, universe, God, speak to us. And they love it, and my clients love it. And added yoga actually really helps, because I say yoga is the prayer, meditation is receiving the answers. So yeah, the two combined will really help women get in touch with their soul and their desires, their intuition, and they will get the guidance what they need. I'm just there as a guide.
Yeah. And tell me also, what kind of, women come to you? Are they all entrepreneurs, professionals, or, also other women, maybe also stay-at-home moms? I don't know. So what is your kind of customer?
Yes. They always say, like, you need to niche down and think about that one person you can help. But my women can be mums or no mums. I had a girl once. She was really young, bless her, and she paid a price that I did not think she would have, the amount that I charged back then. But she said, I don't care, I do whatever it takes, but I don't want to stay here. And oh my word, she's traveling the world, she is winning awards, she's top of her organization, she's absolutely fantastic. But I had stay-at-home moms who didn't want to be just stay-at-home moms, and then they started their businesses and got the freedom they wanted. I had a lady in her 50s, just thinking back, who just wanted to play golf better, but she knew there was a block. So we discovered the block and cleared the block. So really, it's as long as they have that burning desire inside them that there is more, then I'm the one who will help them get that more.
Can you tell me maybe the story of a client who you helped and who had an unexpected result working with you?
This is very
maybe maybe a client who came with a specific goal in mind, and then there was a aha moment that was totally unexpected.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, probably all my clients come to me with one thing, and then they go off and they're, oh my God, I did not expect all this. But yeah, one client came to me because she wanted to do better in her business. And by the time we finished, really, she decided, and she did start, I think, the procedure of leaving her husband and being a single mom to 3 children, because she realized she used her business and buried herself in her business to deny what was going on around her. Mm-hmm. So that was a beautiful, beautiful transformation, and her business is doing fantastically. She's such a strong woman. I never met a woman like her. So she got a lot more than what she signed up for. Yes, because once you start working on one area of your life, it affects all the areas. As you do one thing, you do everything. So she became powerful in her business. She became powerful as herself.
Yes, of course. And when you unblock blocks in a specific area, automatically there is, an effect on all the other areas of your lives. Yeah. And, speaking of which, I think that also when you start working on yourself, and because maybe, yes, you have this dream that you have never really believed that you could make it reality. Sometimes one of the resistance that people have, at least this is what I see also in my clients, is that they are afraid that the people around them, especially, their family, the closest friends, will abandon them because they go after their dreams. Sometimes,
exactly.
You have
exactly.
to make choices.
It does. Yeah. Yes, you do need to be prepared to be left alone, left behind. But it is a lot more fulfilling to go after what you want than to live how other people expect you to live. Yeah, there is no feeling that would describe to become so powerful that you say, you know what? Okay, you're not my friend really then. If you don't support what I'm after, why don't you come with me?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And listen, we all, I'm a coach, there are many coaches, and what makes each one of us unique is something special that maybe we do in a different way compared to, other coaches. And this applies obviously to every profession. What is your unique talent that, is that special thing that really helps you help so well your clients?
Well, two things probably. I can smell BS from miles, honestly, and I am not afraid to tell my clients when they tell me something, and I'm like, yeah, really, and or they say, oh, I knew you would know this. Like, you can't lie to me. I'm really good into, I don't know, feeling into what people are saying and what really is behind it. And the other thing is, I am so strongly guided that people call me mind reader. I speak the words before they say out loud, and they just know. They're like, "How did you know?" I'm like, I just know. I just know things. I just know things. So
You really connect.
I am very connected,
Yeah.
very connected, and I'm not afraid to listen to that connection, and I'm not afraid to tell my clients that what it is that really they want to say but they can't say or afraid to say. And then when I say out loud, you can see them going, "Oh, finally, finally somebody dare to say out loud that I don't like when my husband asks me, well, whatever, anything, or says, why are you doing this? Finally, because I didn't dare to say it out loud." I'm like, yeah, you can. So yeah.
And is there favorite word you have or a special mantra that you use?
Oh yes, yes, definitely. My favorite word for actually 2020 is limitless, because we can achieve what we believe in. If we feel and think we are limitless, then we can truly achieve that. But I do have a favorite mantra actually, that I tell my clients, and I remind my clients constantly, that when they want to receive something, or when they are about to do a big business deal, or when they go for a career change, to repeat the mantra, and that is, I am open, ready, and expecting to receive all the love, wealth, health, and happiness that is on its way to me. Because it just opens up so much. I am ready, so I am ready. Bring it to me. Open, so yes, I am open, and expecting to receive. So that these three words, open, ready, and expecting to receive, are really are telling the universe that, okay, bring it on. I'm here. Give it to me.
Which inspires me
Yeah.
to ask you another question. Sometimes what I notice, and I notice this also as far as I'm concerned, we are human beings like everyone else. So we have our moments where it's difficult to listen to our intuition, or to really walk our talk. Okay, sometimes.
Yes.
What I realize is that what very often blocks us human beings in manifesting, in creating whatever we want to make that dream of ours reality, is the fact that we expect things arrive in a very specific way. So we are not open to all the possibilities, correct? So how important it is to set aside all your expectations. How would you help your clients to set aside the expectations so that they can be more open?
This is, I really hope that this will help everyone who is listening, because I think goal setting, so because we think about what we want, we are doing it backwards. So we decide that we want, I don't know, we want to buy a white Mercedes, let's say, right? So we are very specific. We want to know what we want, but it's not happening. And instead we bought a red Ferrari, let's say. So what we really want when we set goals is not the thing that we want. That's not what we are after, but we are after the feeling, the emotion, that how we are expecting to feel when that thing happens. So it's still okay to want a white Mercedes if the emotion behind that white Mercedes is because my father used to own a Mercedes and I knew he would love to experience a brand new one through me. So can you feel the difference? I want a white Mercedes because I want to show off to my friends, or there is a reason behind, there is an emotion behind it. So when people think about a specific thing, what they want, and they expect to feel a certain way, I turn it around. I say, okay, how can you feel that certain way now? And then accept that you will receive that feeling, but maybe not how you want it. Because, you know, there is a saying that man plans, God laughs.
Yeah.
But if we go for the emotion, then then we can't go wrong. So maybe for somebody it would be, I want to earn $1 million a year so I can feel free. But maybe just dropping from full-time to part-time will give them that freedom. It's not the $1 million that will give them the freedom. It's the feeling free is what will give them the freedom. Okay. So instead of going specific for what they want, I teach my clients to go for the emotions. And then what they want or something better will come to them. They will always receive what they need.
And probably, you know, what sometimes gets in the way is the expecting thing, because we expect it the way we want. We pictured in our mind that it would come to us, while
Yes.
expecting simply means I know that I will receive this or something better that will give me that feeling, that will, you know, that will match that feeling because I already feel it.
Yes.
Yes.
There is a lot of trust that is involved. So, you know, people call it God, universe, Mother Teresa, love, life, luck, whatever. There's got to be a lot of trust in the process. And my clients trust me so much that whatever comes, they just go, okay, yep, if that's what comes up, I'll do that. So surrendering and surrendering more, trusting and more surrendering. And when you thought that you surrendered completely, then surrender some more.
And another question before we wrap up. Many people believe that when you do this kind of work, only good things happen in your life. And sometimes things happen that are not the ones that you would love to have. But these are all lessons that we have that maybe highlight something that we need to clear more, to work more on in order, you know, to really be ready to receive whatever we want to expect.
Yes.
So how do you help your clients accept the lesson in these moments?
Accepting the lesson, yes. This is where the personal support comes in. Because when you are getting the lessons, I'm pretty sure that you know as well that those lessons can hurt. And the longest they hurt me was 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, the last lesson I learned, like, put me on the floor crying every day. I cried to my mother, for crying out loud, that it was that bad. But I knew, I just kept telling myself, okay, I get it. I know it's temporary. I know I'll come out stronger. Because when you are being taught a lesson and you feel down and you want to throw the towel in, you want to stop what you're doing, and it doesn't matter, I go back to my comfortable life, I need people to know that when they come out, they always come out higher than the last down. So let's say you go down 5 and you come up 6. But next time you don't go down 5, just 4. And then you come up 7. So you're always stronger. And when those lessons are happening, we must remind ourselves that it is only temporary. It is only temporary. We have a choice, and that we will become stronger. And it will help us move on. Because, again, I call it universe. The universe wouldn't give us anything we can't handle. Even if the house burnt down, if the car got stolen, if the kid got sick, if you broke your arm, there is something that you are being prepared for. And once we keep that in front of our eyes, it will be a lot easier to learn those lessons.
Yes.
And they hurt. I get it. They hurt. They do hurt, and they are horrible.
Some of these lessons are really nightmares.
Yes. But I had a client once, and I read a story, and when I told her the story, she said, "Oh my God, that's exactly my brother and me." That there was this brother and sister. They both went through the same shit. Excuse my French. They both were abused and drugs and all that. She made the choice to stand up and get out, and it hurt her. He didn't. So it really is up to us. It really is up to us. We always have a choice to stay where we are, or choose something different.
Absolutely. So to wrap up, what is a message that you want to give our listeners? A message, maybe, how we can contribute really to make our life here meaningful and contribute to the creation of a better world.
Never, never, never stop going after your dreams. Never. Don't make money as a goal, but your passion. So as long as you're going for your passion, you will be happy. Even if you live in a hut in the middle of Zambia, even if you are in a penthouse in New York, doesn't matter. If you are passionate about what you are doing, you will always, always, always be supported.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And for our listeners, Anita is one of the speakers at the Women Who Dare to Desire event in London, 31st of January. So she will tell an amazing story there, I'm sure. And so we all wait for you to join us. And I will put all the links to learn more about Anita and her work, and about, of course, the Women Who Dare to Desire event in the show notes of the episode. So, Anita, thank you so much again.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
I've learned so much from this interview, and it was a very nice and deep conversation. As I have said during the interview, you will find all the links to know more about Anita, the work she does, in the show notes of this episode. And there you will also find the link to reserve your seat at the Women Who Dare to Desire conference in London on January 31st, 2020. So if you happen to be in London, don't miss this event. You will hear many stories from these women that I am so honored to interview in this series of episodes from today until the date of the Women Who Dare to Desire conference. You will hear many stories there. You will feel very inspired. These are all women who have decided to learn from the challenges in their lives and who've been resilient. They have built on their resilience to go after their dream. Most of them have decided that their mission is that of serving other people, to live this life in the best possible way, to enjoy life, to appreciate it, to be grateful for what we have, and that really we are limitless. As Anita said in the interview, the only limit is the sky. We can achieve whatever we want in life. So I really hope that these episodes will inspire you, and that you really want to know more about these women, their stories, be inspired by them, and we will wait for you in London. So I wish you a wonderful week, a week full of dreams, full of passion, full of desire, full of gratitude, and I really hope to see as many of you as possible in London.